You're a public company and looking for a way to tell your story to millions of online investors.
Welcome to Agoracom, North America's largest online investor relations firm. We deliver investor relations to the web's biggest sites and search engines to help you find new investors. In addition to those websites, over 1 million investors read over 95 million pages of news and information on Agoracom this year. Agoracom, where smart public companies and investors click.
Good morning. It's Friday, November the 7th, and you're watching Agoracom Small Cap News TV. I'm your host, Paul Kondakos. Agoracom TV is a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing you the best press releases at the open, along with a halt so that you can hopefully profit from them and potentially find your next great small cap investment. I've got 4 great press releases for you this morning. I've got 3 from the resource side, I've got 1 from the biopharmaceutical side, and I've got 2 halts to report on in the latter section of our program. So without any further ado, let's get down to business, and then you can get down to your business. Our lead story this morning is Sage Gold trades on the venture under the symbol SGX. The company is announcing that they've located 3 new gold-bearing quartz veins which are associated with the original Golden Extension discovery located in the Beardmore-Geraldton camp, which is located in northwestern Ontario. They've got 4 vein systems which have been discovered to date. We've got veins 1 to 4 with an aggregate trench strike length of 290 meters in veins open along strike. New channel results for the veins number 1 is up to 35 grams per ton over a channel width of 0.7 meters. And we've got a new vein discovered 1.5 kilometers southeast of the Golden Extension at the property boundary with Kodiak. A little bit about Sage. They're a mineral exploration and development company which has interest in exploration properties in Ontario, Nevada, and Arizona. They're last at 8.5 cents, high of 59, low of 7, and disclaimer time, Sage is an Agoracom client, so as always, do your due diligence on each one of the companies you see on our show. Moving on, Goldbrook Ventures trades on the TSX Venture under the symbol GBK. This one actually crossed the wires late yesterday, but it's definitely worthy of your attention, so we decided to bring it on the show this morning. Goldbrook Ventures, they announced additional results from their 2008 Raglan Project Diamond Drill Program on the Mystery Zone. We've got highlights from the program which include hole number 27, which intersected 28 meters of sulfides from a depth of 118 meters downhole with an average grade of 0.5% nickel, 0.6% copper, and 1.54 grams per ton of PGEs plus gold, PGEs platinum group elements. We've also got hole number 31, which intersected 76 meters of sulfides, and this is from a depth of 135 meters downhole. And we've got some really good grades here. Average grade of 0.91% nickel, 1.1% copper, and 2.94 grams per ton of PGEs and gold. So great numbers coming out of the company there. A little bit about the company. Goldbrook Ventures is engaged in the exploration for nickel, copper, platinum group element sulfide deposits, a class of mineral deposit that, due to its polymetallic nature, has the advantage of protection against individual metal price cycles and a strong long-term supply-demand fundamentals. Company's last at 6.5 cents, high of 43.5, low of 6.5 cents, so it looks like it's trading at its low right now, maybe one that you might want to take a look at. Moving on, Alamos Gold trades on the TSX under the symbol AGI. The company has announced the release of financial results for the third quarter 08 and reported record quarterly earnings of 9 cents per share. So, excuse me. Highlights from their financials come this morning. They've recognized record quarterly earnings of $8.3 million, which is a substantial increase over earnings of only $100,000 last third quarter of 07. They reported a 139% increase in revenues from $15.6 million in the third quarter of 07 to a record $37.2 million in the third quarter of 08. They sold a record 41,500 ounces of gold, which represents an increase of 78% over gold sales in the third quarter of 07. And finally, they've produced a record 39,000 ounces at a cash operating cost of $363 per ounce of gold sold. So great numbers. You guys can do the math. Looks like they've got a 100% markup, more or less, on the gold that they are selling. A little bit about the company. Alamos is a Canadian-based gold producer with operations, exploration, and development activities in Mexico. Company's last at $5.48, high of $8.40, low of $3.50. Moving over to the U.S. side, as I mentioned at the top of the show, biopharmaceutical company. They're called China Pharma Holding. They trade on the OTCBB under the symbol CPHI. The company is announcing financial highlights from their Q3 08 financials. We've got revenue of $12.6 million, which is up 52% year over year. We've got $35.6 million in revenue for the 9 months ended September 30th, which is up almost 50% versus the same period last year. Q3 net income is up 38% year over year, which is up 42% in 9 months ended September 30th versus the same period in 07. And finally, they've also announced that Q3 sales of Pusen OK, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is China's first and only generic version of Aleve, is up 124% year over year. So it looks like this company is definitely doing something right. A little bit about the company. China Pharma Holdings is a specialty pharmaceutical company with rapidly growing profit that develops, manufactures, and markets treatment for a wide range of high incidence and high mortality conditions in China, including cardiovascular, CNS, infectious, and digestive diseases. The company's last at 179, high of 375, low of $1.31, $75 million market cap. That's it for the great press releases. Moving on to the halts, I got 2 to report on this morning. First one, Sonorca Development Corp. They trade on the CNQ, which is the Canadian National Quotation Board or system. They trade under the symbol SUN. There's a cease trade order out on that company. And the next one we've got is Red Mile Capital Corp. They trade on the TSX Venture under the symbol RDM.P. There's a halt pending news. That's a wrap for today. I'm your host, Paul Kondakos. Make sure you tune in again on Monday when we've got more great press releases and halts in the AM. And I'd like to wish you all a tremendous weekend.